What's going on YouTube? This is cjs064 here, and welcome to a new Wi-Fi battle, so to speak. As you can see by the title, new. Now, as you can hear, this music is absolutely amazing. This music is written by GlitchxCity. She remixes music, and as you would have noticed, she also does the music for Shady Penguin's videos as well. So a big shout out to her. If you want to follow her, I'll leave links down below so you can find her on Twitter, YouTube, and SoundCloud, because she does amazing music. I love her music since I've been watching Shady's videos. And also, as you can see, there's a new layout. You can actually see me a bit better in this light here. And also, new format. We are now playing in the UU format, and I was doing some test playing on Pokemon Showdown, and let me just tell you that this format throws me off completely. Why I like playing with OU is because everything is known to you. Like, you know most of the Pokemon's movesets, you know that there's a few minor differences as far as moves, but UU throws that out the window. UU is more, you're either hyper defensive or you're hyper offensive. It's one or the other, and some sets were throwing me off. Like, I was versing things like a fully defensive Nidoking, and that threw me off completely. But now I tried to make another team before I made this team here that you can see up on the screen, and I made a Mega Swampert team, and everything was good, done, dusted. The only problem was I was using Politoed on the team, and I looked up the rules, and Drizzle is banned in UU. So basically that threw my entire team out the window, because, well, then you'd be playing mixed OU. So instead, I thought of a different team that we can make. I ran through it with Justin, which, as you know, is one of the half of the admins for Xenos, and is also the first opponent on my Wi-Fi battle. If you haven't seen that or the other Wi-Fi battles, you can go ahead and check it out. So today for this battle, we've got a UU team. We'll quickly run through it, and we're going to verse another gym leader from Xenos. His name is Kevin. He was the Psychic type leader, now he's the Fire type leader. He's still a leader, he's still a good friend to us. So let's quickly run through this team here. So we've got ourselves the Choice Banded Adamant Entei, packing the Sacred Fire, Bulldoze, Extreme Speed, and Stone Edge. Now, after this match, I want to change Bulldoze to Ironhead, because Ironhead is just a lot more base power. And if you're Choice Banded, well, you don't want to use it just to reduce their speed. So, excuse me, let me just put my phone on silent. My apologies about that. But what it is with this team here. So we've got the Choice Banded Adamant Entei. That's the first one. So next off we have the Rotom. So let me just get this here. Let's turn the volume off. There we go. So next we have the Rotom. Now, Rotom can be used a lot of different ways in this format. You can go hyper physically wall, hyper special wall, or you can go timid with the trick. The way I went with this team is I went with the Special Defense Nature, Calm with Citrus Berry, packing the Overheat, Volt Switch, Paint Split, and Will-O-Wisp. Now, because it's bulky, Paint Split obviously is going to have a lot of viability, especially when you're versing other bulky Pokemon like Vaporeon, Umbreon, Chestnut, and all that. Using Paint Split just becomes very useful indeed. And the Will-O-Wisp obviously to burn the hyperactive mons like Cloyster, Kingdra, Doublade even, like that's on my team. And yeah, so that's my Rotom. The next up we have our Vaporeon. Now, because I wanted to keep this single items, this was such a debate for me, because I wanted Mandibuzz and the Vaporeon that had the leftovers, but I really want to keep the single item rule in place just to keep things a little bit interesting. So I decided to keep the leftovers on Vaporeon, make it the physical wall, packing the Scald, Wish, Protect, and the Heal Bell. Now, obviously the Heal Bell, just in case our Doublade gets burned. Wish also works as well, pretty well, because Vaporeon does have a lot of health, so when you go for the Wish and I can pass it on to another Pokemon, it passes on a lot of health as well. So that was the way I got that, and then Protect, obviously, with leftovers. Next on the team, we do have the Mandibuzz. Now, the item choice was very interesting. Now, I love the choice of Red Card, because Red Card makes Knockoff more useful, because if you're going to swap in another Pokemon and Knockoff goes into play and you knock off their good item, it actually works out a lot better. Also, when you go with Foul Play as well, if you're going to attack into a very physically offensive Pokemon, like say if you red card into Entei, or you red card into Kingdra, or any Pokemon that's hyper offensive, Foul Play just puts in the work against it. And then we have Default because obviously everyone loves to set up hazards. Toxic Spikes, Red Stealth Rocks, everyone loves to set up the hazard, so, and Sticky Web as well. But for our team it's not really a big deal, it's more so for the Stealth Rock, because we do have 2 rock weaknesses in our team, which is the Entei and the Rotom Heat, and the Spikes is just triple damage, or it's still double damage because it only hits the Doublade and the Entei. So more likely Default is just there to keep the Entei hopefully in good spirits. And then the Roost to get back health. Now, next on our list we do have the Doublade. Now this Doublade is so overused in UU. If I had to pick my favourite Pokemon, or sorry, so the most overused Pokemon in UU, it would be Doublade. Doublade is so physically offensive, it's with Eviolite, it just makes it even more better. Even though its special defense is drastically lower than its defense, it still takes hits like a mother. Let's just put it that way. And this one's packing the Shadow Sneak, Sacred Sword, Gyro Ball, and the Swords Dance. So obviously the Swords Dance is set up, and I have swept on Pokemon Showdown a few times using Doublade. I'm sure a lot of you guys have done as well, but Doublade is Doublade is life. You know, it's just its capability to set up and take hits is amazing. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that if it gets Will-O-Wisp, it does actually lose so much of its viability. But you got the Heal Bell Vaporeon, so as long as Vaporeon's around, you should be fine. And the final member of our team is the Chestnut. Now, Chestnut, Impish, Bulletproof, Rocky Helmet. It's the standard build for Chestnut here. Packing the Drain Punch, Leech Seed, Synthesis, and Spiky Shield. Now, I was debating putting a grass item on Chestnut, but there weren't a lot of Pokemon in this format that really do have a grass weakness. So I just figured Drain Punch would be just the optimal move, and Leech Seed is good for when your opponent wants to swap in on you with bulky Pokemon. So the Leech Seed will actually do a lot of work. Spiky Shield, it works well against like Mandibuzz, not Mandibuzz, Beedrill and all that, because Beedrill is a UU Mon, and basically whenever someone tries to touch you with knockoff or anything, the Rocky Helmet will get that extra chip damage onto them. So, and then the Drain Punch to get back health. So that is my team here. We'll be right back as soon as I get up Kevin and we can start this matchup. Okay, so we are back, and let me just fix this up here. There we go. So we're back, and we've got Kevin here, CAIUS, as he wants to be named on here, but he's Kevin. He was a Psychic Type Gym Leader, and now he's a Fire Gym Leader. And looking at his team on the layout, as you can see over here. Now, I just want to clarify something with you guys. I do have an honor system in place. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, what I do is I'll ask my opponent or his team about a couple minutes before we start the battle, and I'll share with him my team as well. So what I do with that is I can actually set up the layout to make it look the way it does. And when I say honor system, I mean as soon as I know his team, I'm not going to make any changes to my team to kind of counter his team. And I would hope that all my opponents do the same thing. But because I know these guys, I know they will. But I'm just saying, for unknown opponents, I still do that. That's just how I work, just to get things done. Now, having a look at his team, he does have the Umbreon, the Jolteon, the Infernape, the Shaman, Ambipom, and the Beedrill. Now, common weaknesses I can see this team, there's 2 Pokemon weak to fighting, there's 2 Pokemon weak to psychic, but we don't have any psychic, so that's rather unfortunate. There's 2 Pokemon weakness to grounds, so we do have Bulldoze, I suppose. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Doublade. For some reason I'm thinking the Ambipom is going to start off to get either the fake out setup or something else. So best of luck to Kevin on our first UU battle. Here we go. Let's get psyched. If you're enjoying this battle, the review and everything else, leave a like down below, because that thumb like button does need your touching, as Shady said. So he starts off with Elfrate, who is the Infernape. Okay, so that's really bad for us because we're obviously starting with the Doublade. So what I'm going to do is, excuse me, Flare Blitz just seems way too obvious. Excuse me again. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swap out for Rotom, expecting the Flare Blitz, just because Flare Blitz is a move. So we're going to swap and we'll bring in the Rotom Heat. And let's see what he does. He goes for a Will-O-Wisp. Ooh, very nice. So we go for the Will-O-Wisp, so that's very nice to know. I'm actually wondering what kind of set this is, considering he's gone for the Will-O-Wisp. Not every day you see. I mean, it's okay, I guess it's fine to have it, but it's just something you don't see very often. So with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go for the Volt Switch. Pretty much taking whatever he's going to do to us. Close combat. So we are going to take a close combat, and he's going to bring us to almost 50%, but luckily we can take that. And this Volt Switch should do a bit of damage now that he's got his defenses dropped. We bring him down to under half, and he pops his Citrus Berry. Okay, this is definitely not OU at all, because I've never known an Infernape to have a Citrus Berry. So from that, I'm guessing it's a physically defensive or somewhat bulky Infernape. So we bring out Vaporeon, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go for the double swap, just because I think that Scald seems way too obvious. And looking at these Pokemon, the only Pokemon, like I said, that wants to take a Scald is maybe the Shaman or the Umbreon, if that is his special rule. So, yeah, definitely the Vaporeon. Yeah, I think Vaporeon would be the right move. I don't think any other move would be the best choice, because nothing wants to take a Scald except maybe those two Pokemon. I mean, even though he's Infernape, he's bulky, his defense is lowered by 1, so he is going to go for the swap, and we're going to bring in Mandibuzz without Switch, but oh, he goes for the Infernape. Now that is very bad for us, because with that swap, it puts us in a bit of a predicament. So, we've got the red card on Mandibuzz, so we don't want to lose it on the Volt Switch from a Jolteon, so I'm going to swap and I'm going to bring in the Rotom to take a Volt Switch, because I don't think anyone else on my team really wants to take a Volt Switch, other than maybe Chestnut, maybe. Or maybe even Doublade, but I think Rotom would be the best choice. So we're going to swap. We'll bring in the Rotom Heat to take this hit here, and he's going to go for the Volt Switch, and that should bring us down to under half. Pop that Citrus Berry as normal, so that's going to be our first bit there. Now the question is, what is he going to swap into is the real question, because looking at his team, maybe the Umbreon, maybe. Or maybe Infernape, just because I really can't touch Infernape. I mean, the close combat. So it's got Will-O-Wisp in close combat. So he does bring in the Beedrill, so that's his choice. Now, more than likely, he is going to go for the Protect on the first turn, but instead I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go for the Overheat, hoping that he's going to go for a Poison Jab, thinking he's going to kill us, because I've read the counts before, and I know that at that range that Rotom Heat should still live it does about 65%, so we should still be able to live it. So he does actually Mega Evolve, he does go for the Protect as I thought. We're going to go for that the Overheat, like I said, and I think we should go for the Overheat. I feel like he's going to go for either Poison Jab. I don't think he's going to go for Knockoff, because we've lost the Citrus Berry. So Poison Jab just seems to, oh, he's going to go for U-Turn instead. So that was actually a good move. The most powerful U-Turner in the game is Mega Beedrill. So he's going to swap out now. He could swap back into Infernape, knowing I was going to go for an Overheat. So I mean, that probably would be a good play on his part if that's what he does. But instead he's going to bring out the Umbreon instead, which is, let's see how much damage it does, and we can make our opinion based off that. So that does about, I'd say about just about 20%, maybe, just about. So I'm going to assume that he's, I wouldn't say physical, because I mean Umbreons are in general very bulky, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, and this Will-O-Wisp should burn in that, and because it's got Synchronize, you can't use his Synchronizer burn onto a Rotom Heat, so that's good news for us. And he's going to go for the Wish. Now the question is, what is he going to do with that Wish? I wonder if he's going to stay in, is he going to go for swap into Infernape to bring it back to full health. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a Pain Split, because we need to get some health back, because we're pretty low, and Pain Split just becoming so viable because you know, I'm guessing Umbreon has max HP. I figured why not. So we bring ourselves back up to a nice healthy green, and he goes for the foul play, and because he's burnt, it should do absolutely nothing, and it doesn't. So he's going to recover himself almost back to full health, which with left Abbot's recovery, it will get there, but the burn is going to bring him back down to about 95%. So that wasn't too bad of a turn. So we got back some health, which is actually pretty good. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go for the swap into Chestnut. So we can either set up a Leech Seed or go for a Drain Punch, or hopefully scare out the Umbreon, because I feel like that's how it's going to go down. So he does actually go with the Heal Bell to recover the burn, which is good news for us. So now I feel like he's going to swap into Infernape, because a Drain Punch seems way too obvious. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go for the Leech Seed, predicting that that's what he's going to do, is bring in the Infernape. So he does actually swap out the Umbreon, and he's going to bring in the Infernape, which actually works for us very well. So we land the Leech Seed, which is good. I always get nervous with moves like Will-O-Wisp and Leech Seed and all that, because even though they're small, most of the time they do hit, there's a slight chance that they might miss. So it's good that it landed. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out to bring out the Vaporeon, and hopefully he goes for either the close combat, or in fact goes for the close combat or goes for the Flare Blitz, because Vaporeon will eat that up either way. So yeah, I think Vaporeon switch would be best. Now this Infernape is really throwing me off because it's so defensive. Like, it has Citrus Berry, so it obviously gives me the notion that it's definitely a defensive Infernape. But knowing that, its moveset is completely different. So all we know that he has is Close Combat and Will-O-Wisp. What his other two moves are? I'm wondering if there's a Fire type move. I'm pretty sure there is. I'd be very surprised if there's no Fire type moves. So yeah. So we're going to go for the swap. We're going to bring out the Vaporeon, and hopefully we're going to eat whatever this Infernape wants to do. Okay, we've got a bit of a player over here. So he's got the Taunt in Close Combat and Will-O-Wisp. This is like a very odd mix of Infernape. So unfortunately we're now taunted, which is very bad for us, because now our Vaporeon cannot do anything. I'll just fix this up. So there we go. So we're going to go for a Scald to hopefully do something with it, and he brings back out the Umbreon, and I don't know if I want to burn or not, because if he gets burned then I get burned as well. So we'll go for the Scald, and if it happens, it happens. Oh, okay, we actually get the burn, which is nice, but it's also not nice for us, because now it just basically means that we would have to waste a turn of using Heal Bell. But the fact that we get burnt first and the Umbreon gets burnt second would give us the idea that Vaporeon is faster than Umbreon. But because he's taunted, he really can't do anything to this Umbreon. So we're going to go ahead and go for a swap. I'm going to bring in the Entei, because Sacred Fire, that is all. Sacred Fire, and that is all. He's going to go for another Wish, and this Wish is yeah, this wish. He just loves to wish. Now, I feel like he's trying to bring back in the Infernape, because this Infernape is not an offensive Infernape. It's a... yeah, I think... Sacred Fire, Bulldoze, Sacred Fire, Bulldoze. And this is where over-predicting this game might cost you a good turn. I really feel like Infernape is coming in. I really do. So I'm going to go for Bulldoze. Bulldoze and pray to God that this Infernape does come in, but if it doesn't, it just brings this Umbreon. This Wish is going to bring Umbreon back to almost full health. And he stays in. And he stays in. Goes for the foul play. Does some damage to us, and this Wish is going to bring it back up to full health. This is why I don't like UU format, just because This game could be going for a long time, and I don't like games that go for a really long time. So, with that said, because now we're choice banded into bulldoze, we'll swap into Ronin Heat. Hopefully we can scare out this Umbreon with a paint split, because now that he's got a lot of health, Rotom just seems to be the most viable type. Oh, he's actually going to swap the Umbreon. I wonder what he's going to do. So Shaman, shiny Shaman. So, alright, all we're going to do now is we're going to go for the paint split, just because I know that Shaman is 100 flat over the board. So he outspeeds us. He's going to go for the Air Slash. I'm guessing he's hoping for a Bleach, which I hope he doesn't get. And that's Life Orb as well, so that does absolutely nothing. But we do get the paint split off, which is fantastic for us. And we get back a lot of health. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Give me back that health. Give me back that health. Oh, alright, so now that we've got that out of the way, what I'm going to do is I think we're going to go for an Overheat, and hopefully this should be enough to kill the Shaman. But he's going to swap, and I'm guessing he's going to bring back out the Umbreon to take the Overheat. It just seems obvious. I probably should have predicted that and gone for the Volt Switch, but taking opportunities to kill things, it can pay off, it cannot pay off. That's just how Yu is. So we get the special attack drop, and I made a misplay before. I just remembered, excuse me, I remembered that we outspeed this Umbreon. So when I swapped it with Chestnut, I probably should have gone for the Volt Switch instead of just the general swap, just so we can get some chip damage off on this Umbreon instead of just swapping it and just not doing anything with it. It just seems like a waste of a turn. So we're going to go for the Volt Switch, we're going to swap, and we're going to bring in the Entei back in, because now that we've brought the Entei back out, I believe a Sacred Fire from this range should be able to kill this this Umbreon here. So let's fix that up there we go. Okay, so Entei's going to come back out, and let's see, shiny black. I actually personally like the red one better. That's just me though. He goes for the Wish, and the other thing I like about this move as well is when he goes for the Wish and we've got the pressure on, it reduces the PP of his Wish. So obviously it just means that it gives less chances to use Umbreon for its wishing compatibility. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go for the Sacred Fire, you know. But he's going to go for the Protect, and why not? Why wouldn't you have a Protect with a Wish user? So that's going to bring himself back up to almost 4 health. So now we know he's got the Foul Play, Wish Protect, and the Heal Bell. So that's the moveset for Umbreon. So those 4 moves. So that's good information to have. So we go for the Sacred Fire. We'll see how much damage this does, and that does a lot of damage. He goes for the Wish again. So he's really wanting to use this wish things away. Wish life back to people. Now, I feel like he's going to go for another Protect, but I've got to go for a Sacred Fire, even though it's wasting the moves, and I know there's only 8 PP at most, and this is the first time I've used it, so I've just got to be careful with my use of the Sacred Fire. So unfortunately, we do have to, oh, he's actually going to swap into the Infernape. Yes, he's going to go to the Infernape. The question is, can he deliver choice banded Sacred Fire? Please, please, please kill. Please kill. Please kill. Please, please, please. Oh my god, you're kidding me. No. Oh, that was such a bad game. Oh. And now he brings his Infernape back to almost 4 health, about 75%. Oh. I think we'll switch in Doublade because I feel like a close combat is a little bit obvious here. So we're going to swap out the Entei, we're going to bring in the Doublade, and he does go for the close combat, which is good news for us. So now I think we should go for the Swords Dance to set up on this thing. I think that would be best, yes. towards the end. Set up, possibly go for the sweep. Hopefully this Doublade. Oh wait, no, the Willis, no! Oh no! No! I knew that! No! Why did I do that? Great. Man. Okay, so basically we misplayed dramatically. We walked into a will-o-wisp and he's gonna go for the taunt again because why not? Oh, that sucks so bad. Okay, so we misplayed now. We've got a burnt Doublade and now we really need to do this heal bell, but we can't because he did the taunt on us on the switch. So this is bad. This is really bad. Okay, so from that I think we're gonna have to swap into the Rotom to take on this Inferno, but he's gonna bring back out the Shaman, which actually works for us because Rotom is in the favour either way. Now I'm just interested to see if he's going to swap back out into the Umbreon or is he going to... I'm wondering what he's going to do. Shaman, what do you plan on doing? We're going to go for the Overheat and hopefully this will kill the Shaman. I'm pretty sure it should, but considering how much health we got back of it. Whoa! Healing Wish! Oh no! Oh, that is terrible. That is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Now he's gonna bring out the Umbreon. Oh my god, no! And that Healing Wish is gonna bring him back to 100% with everything intact. Wow. Very good play indeed. That was a terrific move. That was a very good move. Oh, that is so bad. Oh. So we go for the Will-O-Wisp, hoping we can burn this. But he brings in the Infernape again, and now his Infernape is looking healthy again. And I really hate this team right now. I hate that Shaman. Oh, slack off. That's his fourth move. He doesn't have a fire type move. Oh, shit. Okay, so close combat, taunt, Will-O-Wisp, and slack off. Wow, that's... Wow, okay, so... Shit. Okay, well, knowing that, we'll go ahead and swap into the Chestnut, knowing that he doesn't have the Flare Blitz. Now, even though he could go for the Will-O-Wisp on us, we still have Vaporeon, so I suppose it's not too bad if we get burnt because we still have Vaporeon who can actually do the heal bell to get rid of all our burns. Because now we've got Vaporeon and Doublade burned after my horrendous misplay. So he does get the Will-O-Wisp, he does land it, unfortunately burning our Chestnut heat, but we are able to fight back with the Leech Seed. And I feel like he wants to keep this Infernape around, so I believe that this Leech Seed was probably a good move. Now, unfortunately, like I said, we got burnt, but we had to. I feel like we had to land this Leech Seed just because it was necessary. So, gosh, that Healing Wish, I can't get over that. It's a good move to have. It's not every day you see somebody's Healing Wish and bring back an almost dead Mon back to life. So, shit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for the swap and switch into Vaporeon. I guess Vaporeon seems to be the best swap now, even though he goes for Taunt. If he keeps wasting taunts, now I know Taunt has 10 PP, so at most it would have. Oh, actually, sorry. Oh, okay, I misclicked. Okay, I thought I hit the Vaporeon, but he goes for Taunt, which actually works for us. And we get back some health off the Leech Seed, so that actually works out for us very well for us. So we bring ourselves back up to health here with the Leech Seed, and I think we're going to swap into Vaporeon now, because I feel like he's going to go for the close combat right now to try and get some damage onto this Entei, but luckily we land that Leech Seed, so that leech seed is going to actually work for us in many ways. But unfortunately, we've got all these Pokemon that are burnt. So we do go for the swap. We are going to bring in the Vaporeon. Now, hopefully, we are able to get this Heal Bell off. So he goes to the close combat, brings us down to half, which is unfortunate, but his defenses are down, so that's good news for us. We do get the leftovers, but we're also going to get the Leech Seed recovery off that as well. Now, knowing that this is in fact a, this kind of Pokemon. Now, I'm hit with a very big debate here because I'm afraid he's going to go for another taunt. It just looks too obvious. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go for the Scald because I want this thing gone. He switches. And I could have gone for the Heal Bell right now. I wanted to go for the Heal Bell, but I didn't want to risk getting taunted. So instead we're going to go for the Scald. Should do a bit. Wow, and we actually landed the burn once again on the first hit of Scald. So I guess it worked, but okay, so we could have Heal Belled, we didn't. So now I'm kind of regretting that play because, but I was afraid of taunt and he knew that. He knew that, which is why he made the swap into Jolteon, which was a very good move on his part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Protect. I'm going to scout what he wants to do here. He goes to the Volt Switch, so he doesn't plan on going anywhere with that. So we're going to get some leftovers recovery, but it's just good for us that we're going to get some chip damage off this this Jolteon here, get some burn damage off it. Now, I probably should have gone for Heal Bell then, but I don't think we would be able to leave a Volt Switch off a Vaporeon. Even though we're max HP, I wasn't going to make that risk. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go for the swap, and we're going to bring in the Rodon because I feel like he's going to go for another Volt Switch. He is going to go for the Volt Switch, and this would do about roughly 30 damage. Yeah, roughly about 30 damage. So he's going to swap out, and he's going to bring... okay, so let's see what he's going to go into here. He's going to go into Purple Guy, which is the Ambipom, which is an interesting choice. Now, I got a feeling he is actually going to go for... Alright, so let's see. So he is actually going to go for the Fake Out, but I'm just feeling like... I don't know. I feel like Fake Out seems too obvious, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go for the swap into Chestnut, and the Fake Out plus the Rocky Helmet damage should be a lot of damage to that Ambipom because it's so frail. So if we go for the Fake Out, he goes for the Fake Out, and the Rocky Helmet is going to do just a bit of damage now. I feel like going for a Spiky Shield, but I feel like a Synthesis might be just that little bit better, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the Synthesis, recover some health so we can make good use of our Rocky Helmet. So he's not going to use any moves, he's going to go for the Withdrawal, bring in the Beedrill, which is a good move on his part because if he was expecting a Spiky Shield, it would have been great, but we went for the Synthesis, which is great news for us because now we're going to bring a Chestnut back up to full health and then start back with the burn. So that was actually not a bad play on my part. It was a good prediction on my part because I knew he was either going to go for the U-turn or he's going to go for the swap. So that just seemed the most optimal. So we go for the Spiky Shield on this turn here, and he goes for the knockoff, trying to get rid of that the Rocky Helmet. But I want to keep this Chestnut around, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go for the swap and bring in the Mandibuzz so that the Mandibuzz can take on this hit. Now, I know it's with a red card, but I believe if you knock off a red card, it's not going to activate. So I think it only when you get hit by a move and then the red card triggers. But I believe when you knock it off, I don't believe it works. So it's not very effective, knocks off the red card. Okay, so it doesn't work. Which, I mean, it could have been good, it could have been bad. But what I want to do now is I want to go for the foul play because this Beedrill is going to go down. But he's going to go for the U-turn, which, like I said, the most powerful U-turn in the game. He's going to swap and he's going to bring out, now he's got choices. You can go for Ambipom, or you can go for Deathbot, or go for the Jolteon. Or you can even go for Infernape. Infernape actually is going to be the best Pokemon. But he brings out the Jolteon. I'm guessing he's giving this up as spotter because this foul play is going to pretty much finish off this Jolteon. So, Jolteon goes down, which is fantastic news for us. Now, even though we're winning this game, we're not winning this game. Because at this point, we've got 3 Pokemon now that are burnt. and we need to trigger off a heal bell. It's just really unfortunate that I haven't been able to do that this entire game. I had one chance to do it, but I didn't do it. But then again, if I didn't do that, that Jolteon would still be alive. So whatever happens, happens. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go put the swap into the Chestnut, making a prediction that he's going to go for the close combat to try and finish off the Mana Buns, which, I mean, I don't think it would kill, but we go for the swap. He's going to bring in we'll bring in our Chestnut back, even though it's now back to relatively nearly full health. He's going to go for the Slack Off. Slack Off and Inferno. I know it learns it when it becomes a mod Inferno. I just didn't think, it learns, I think, Chimchar learns at level 42, I believe, 42 or 44. I know it's one of those levels. But he's going to go for the taunt. We're going to go for the Drain Punch here because I know that predicted the taunt. Actually, what am I talking? I must have misclicked because I know GlitchxCity would have been good, but I don't know where my thoughts were. I think now would be optimal to go for the Drain Punch because I think at this point he's going to predict us to go for the switch. So I think at this point we're just going to go for the Drain Punch. Even though we're burnt, Drain Punch will just get us back some health to live longer. And then the Rocky Helmet will do damage, so he might have to have a turn to slack off. So we're going for the Drain Punch, hope for the best. That's really all you can do in Pokemon. And we'll see how we go. So, Drain Punch. Okay, there we go. So we go for the Drain Punch. He goes to the close combat, predicting we're going to switch. We eat that up because we're fully defensive. He takes damage from the reduction. He's going to take Rocky Helmet damage. Now, because he gets the defense drop, we're going to go for a Drain Punch, and let's see how much this does. Wow, that actually does a bit. That was a crit. Oh. Okay, apparently that was a crit. So I think I probably should have. Should I swap or should I stay? I don't think it's going to live another turn, so I believe I'll swap and I'll bring in the Vaporeon. I don't think that is the best move. I think I probably should have stayed in. Now I regret doing that because I need Vaporeon to stay alive to go for the heal belt. That was a bad move. Okay, misplay number 2. Now I'm pretty sure this Vaporeon is going to die to the effects of this burn here, even though we've got leftovers. I think that's going to be the end of my Vaporeon here. He lives a 1! He lives a 1! Great! But unfortunately, this is going to be the end of our Vaporeon. Unfortunately, we don't have any choice. We have to let this Vaporeon go. Unfortunately, that was a huge misplay on my part. I should not have swapped in on the close combat. I should not have done that. I should have just let the Chestnut do extra Rocky Helmet damage, and then the Drain Punch might have been able to kill the Inferno, but I don't think it would have, because that was a crit. I mean, unless we landed a crit, number 2, we might have been able to kill this Inferno. But unfortunately, we did do that. We're going to bring in Doublade because now we know that he in fact cannot touch us, and now he's got special defense drops like a mother. I think a Shadow Snake should be able to kill. I hope it does. So we go for the Shadow Snake. It doesn't kill. God damn it. Now he's gone for the taunt, expecting us to go for the Swords Dance, which was actually a pretty good move because now he's pretty much sealed it. Now I want to go for Shadow Snake again, and I hope it's going to kill it, but I feel like he's going to swap into Umbreon. Are you that guy that's going to swap? Or are you going to let this thing die? Please, 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 please. Nope, he's going to be that guy. He's going to swap out, he's going to bring out the Umbreon. Oh my gosh. So this Shadow Snake is going to do absolutely nothing to this Umbreon because we're burnt and it's not very effective, and he laughs at it, he scoffs at it. His leftovers going to lap it up, just lap up that damage. So that is really I can't even talk because I'm just doing bad. Okay, so I obviously need practice with this team because making misplays like this, it doesn't make it look good, and I don't like that. But you guys, we're going to go for the Sacred Sword, hoping to get some damage on there. He gets to the foul play, and we are going to live it, which is great news for us. Now, even burnt, I don't think it's going to do much. Yeah, it's going to do nothing. It's probably about 15%, which isn't bad. The leftovers going to bring back up to 10% damage. and this burn should kill the Doublade. No. We're living by the skin of our teeth with burns, enough to get little chip damage here and there. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to Shadow Sneak just to do some damage because we know that this thing outspeeds us. Does nothing, but it takes a turn of the leftovers, so I guess it's not too bad. But he goes for the wish. He goes for the wish. Knowing that we are actually going to... Oh my god. No, we're going to die for the burn, so... Another good move on his part. We lose the Doublade, unfortunately. Now, I think we're going to bring in Chestnut, because at this point I think Chestnut is pretty much done. But we might as well go for the Drain Punch and get some health back while we can. Hope for a crit as well, because that's all we can do is hope. So, he's gonna... I doubt he's gonna go for Protect. I think he's gonna swap. He's not gonna Protect. He won't Protect, waste that play. He's gonna bring in that Inferno. He's gonna have to. But we're gonna go for Drain Punch. What's he gonna do? You can actually bring out the Ambipom as well. But are you that guy? I know he's gonna swap. The question is into what? Because I'm sure a Drain Punch where Inferno Biz should still kill. So we can make this good prediction here. He does swap, which is good, into what? He brings out Inferno. Fantastic. Phenomenal. Because now this Drain Punch is going to kill the Inferno. Now, Drain Punch cannot kill. It kills it, finally. We get some luck our way. That blasted Inferno. Get out of here. Unfortunately though, this Chestnut is going to go down, unfortunately. This Chestnut really can't do much else. It's near death, it's burnt, it's on its way out. So he brings back out the purple guy, and I'm guessing he's going to go for Fake Out, so I'm just going to go and go for the Spiky Shield, because I believe that's really the only move we can do. So we go for the Spiky Shield, try to get some chip damage on this Ambipom. He goes for the U-turn, and we get that damage off the Spike, so the Spiky Shield. That's good news for us. Now, I think we're going to go for the second Spiky Shield, because this is the last turn for Chestnut, and hopefully we can land it. I mean, it'd be pretty good if we could. Spiky Shield? No, it fails, of course. So he's going to go for the U-turn, and it actually works out better for us that he went for the U-turn. He probably should have just gone for a normal move and just finished off the Chestnut, but instead he's going to swap out, give himself the priority to switch, but it's going to give us a better idea as to which Pokemon to go into. He's going to go for Beedrill, so I think now would be opportune to go for the Entei, I believe. Entei. Because Entei at this point, it should really, what am I clicking here? I thought I clicked on, I'm not looking, I'm not paying attention. Okay, so the Rotom. I think I'm going to go for the Overheat here because, Overheat, I think, yeah, he's going for the U-turn. I've gone for the Overheat because I just want this thing gone. But he's going to go for the U-turn because I think he knows that a Poison Jab will in fact live. We can live a Poison Jab adaptability stat. There's actually some big purple guy. Is he offering up his Death Water? He must be if he's giving it up. So we killed purple guy. So I guess that's good news for us. So purple guy goes down, and now all that's left is his Beedrill versus our Umbreon. Yeah, the Beedrill's going to come back out. So now he knows that whatever he's going to go for now, he's going to kill us. Now, because he outspeeds us, really Mandibuzz has no point to us, has no purpose here, because Rotom walls Umbreon. So we're going to go ahead and go for the swap, and we're going to bring in the Mandibuzz and just offer it off as Death Fodder. Pretty much do the same thing as he did with his Ambipom. So he goes for the Poison Jab, and I believe that should be enough to kill the Mandibuzz, which it does. So I'm really sorry, Mandibuzz, but you were the lesser of the three in this case. So now we're going to bring in Entei. I think we're just good to go for Extreme Speed and just kill his team, because I think a Choice Banded Extreme Speed is enough to hit everything on his team. I know he's going to kill the Beedrill, but the Umbreon's just going to be the questioning factor. We've still got Rotom, So a Rotom can handle the Umbreon. It's just this Beedrill that's going to be the issue. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to go for the Extreme Speed, and more than likely he's going to go for the Protect to scout what we're going to do, and then based off of that, we can act accordingly. So yeah, definitely Extreme Speed. Because Choice Band and Extreme Speed does actually one-hit kill a Beedrill, Mega Beedrill, because Mega Beedrill is so frail. He goes for Protect, we do get the Extreme Speed off, but it's protected. So either he's going to give up the Beedrill or he's going to preserve it and let Umbreon take a hit. Honestly, I think it would be I think it'd be better for him to keep the let the Beedrill go and just keep the Umbreon out, because really it's going to let his Umbreon take a hit of Extreme Speed, and a Choice Banded Extreme Speed does quite a bit of damage to an Umbreon, even if it's fully defensive. So he swaps out, we go for the Extreme Speed, and we're going to do just about, yeah, that's not too bad actually, it's not too bad. Now, I know he's going to try and go for a Store, but yeah, I accidentally clicked, I was going to go Sacred Fire, but we are locked into Extreme Speed. Now, I've got a feeling he's going to go for a Wish. No, he actually goes for Foul Play. Okay, so I think he's kind of, oh shit. Okay, so I think he's pretty much accepted the fact that he's lost this. I mean, he could have played it a little bit longer if he could have. If he went for the Wish and then the Protect, he could have, I reckon he would have won this game. Honestly, I actually think he would have won the game if he went for the Wish and then go for the Protect. Because then basically he's stalling out the Extreme Speeds. And if he did that, it would basically kill the Entei, and then the Rotom comes out and I lose. So his misplay is my gain, I suppose. So that's the Umbreon. The Umbreon's now down and out, and then all that's left now is the Beedrill. So a really good game to Kevin here. Really unfortunate that he made that misplay, because that misplay I reckon would have saved him, because if he was able to get rid of all the PP off my Extreme Speed, his Beedrill would be free to sweep my entire team. So we are going to go for the Extreme Speed, and that is going to kill the Beedrill. So we do win this battle 2-0. So good game to you, Kevin. Thank you very much for watching. As always, like I tell everyone in my videos, if you enjoyed the Wi-Fi battle and you enjoy you know, all the videos I'm doing, click a like down below so that other people can see the videos. Spread the hashtag ChiliLock, and if you want to become an opponent on my battle videos here, follow me at Twitter at Sharpino1990. Go to Facebook, Xenos group, and I do have a Facebook group now. I have a Facebook group for my channel, so I'll get that all sorted, and I'll put the link for that down below as well. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Have a great night. Whoever is watching this, wherever you're watching this, this is CJS064 over and out, and as always, I'll see you next time.